So as we were saying anyway, technical difficulties there, but you'll never know by the time I cut this all together. But oh well,
there you go.
We won't talk about that. So Veer, he showed up last night on NXT, the absolute legends last night. You know, this picture on the screen is the vision that we need. This is what WWE needs. Better than Roman, at least. He's going to show up every week, every single belt this guy deserves, and you know, it's just an absolute legend in the end. But it is, you know, don't you agree? Don't you agree?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, I was surprised when I saw him pop up backstage, and they're reforming. I believe it's called Indus Shirt.
Yeah, Indus Shirt. Yeah.
Now was Veer the one? No, Veer couldn't have been the one. The other guy must have been the one who spoiled Keith Lee's big win, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I knew it was one of them, but I was like, Veer got a push for a while, so it couldn't have been him.
Yeah. So that was that. Right. Well, one other thing which I promised somebody that I would talk about on the stream, which I'm just going to say we've got to talk about this. Upcoming this Friday, obviously we've got a SmackDown season premiere. Premiere, however you want to say it. Some people say premiere, some people say premiere. It obviously depends where you're from.
I don't hear a difference, so.
Yeah. Obviously, we've got advertised for the show. We've got Roman.
Yeah.
He's actually showing up for work for once, along with the rest of the line. What else have we got? Because I think you had the SmackDown preview up, didn't you?
Yeah. We have Sheamus versus Gunther 2 for the Intercontinental title. I don't know who wins that because it's the day before Extreme Rules. There's a 6-man at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
But Sheamus is so close to a Grand Slam. Or I'm sorry, it's not Grand Slam, right? What's the other term? Khan called me out for it. What? It's not Grand Slam.
Good question.
Oh no, it is Grand Slam because I called the Triple Crown last week. Yeah, that's Grand Slam. Yeah, take that, Khan. Yeah, he's so. I mean, he just needs the IC title, so it's like, give it to him. But like again, it's the day before a pay-per-view, so I don't even know.
But then, are they gonna? They're gonna want to do big things on the premieres. That's the thing, aren't they? They're gonna obviously, because we've got DX on Monday night. Which is pretty good. So it's like,
Logan Paul, he's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And then we got Ricochet versus Solo Sikoa.
Yeah.
Which should be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
And Roman and Logan face to face for the first time ever. SmackDown on Friday was fun. For what they had, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I for one didn't look at dirt sheets before, so I really had no idea. So when Alpha Academy came out with Theory, I was like, okay, they obviously need some guys because not all their guys can get there. Then Gargano runs down to the ring, and then Owens. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then Belair ran down later. I'm like, oh, it's awesome when you don't know who's there.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
One other thing I do know for this Friday, 100% for this Friday, we have the return of LA Knight, baby. Yes, he will be back this Friday. That's going to be a good thing. So it's going to, as I've been saying all week on Twitter, it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, it's about time he's back. Honestly, my one buddy's a huge fan of him, and I'll never give credit to him at least. But I like LA Knight.
It's going to be pretty eventful. So yes, that's that. Right, what else we got coming up? So we have as we obviously said then. So Monday night we've got obviously DX again. So we've got all that. That's that
picture.
That's the only one which I could find at the time to advertise it. But that's
we don't talk about that match. Oh yeah.
No, but yes, we've got we've got that coming up. Obviously Monday. Obviously we've got Extreme Rules coming up this weekend. I think we covered that in depth last week, didn't we? For quite a lot of Extreme Rules. Actually, we might as well go on to that. So seeing as we're so close away, obviously 3 days at the time we're recording. Who have you got? Then
pulling up the card right now, but for the ones I can remember. Let's start with Liv versus Ronda for the SmackDown Women's Championship. If they're gonna make Liv a player at all, she's got to beat Ronda. It's just there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's got to beat Ronda clean. I know it's an Extreme Rules match, but clean, no help. She can use the weapons, fine, whatever. Yeah, she's got to win.
Yep, I do agree. That's I kind of do agree with you on that one. So she does need to beat her clean and everything. That's definitely that's a definite thing. That one is. It's got to be. Yeah.
And then we got Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins in the fight pit with UFC former fighter Daniel Cormier as special guest referee. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a big UFC guy, so I've heard the name, but like I was like, oh, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going with Rollins.
I think Riddle might have this. I think they might do it that Rollins takes the loss because don't forget that Monday Rollins is facing Lashley for the US title.
That's why I think he's going to win, and I think he's going to beat Lashley. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. To be fair, that he could end up going on to and winning the US title. Yeah, for it.
Yeah, that's my thinking behind it.
Yeah. Who? What else we got on there? You've got the match cards up. I haven't.
Yep, I have it right here. I'm just going in order of Wikipedia. We got McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a strap match.
That's a difficult one for me.
I mean, it's a shame Drew's got to lose again, but this is Kross's first pay-per-view.
Yeah, I want Drew to win, but I can see Kross winning this one because, like what you said, it's his first pay-per-view, and it's got
and there's a perfect way to do it. Just have Kross choke him out with a strap. You don't have Drew. You don't have Drew tap. You have Kross lock in the Kross jacket. Drew TKOs. That's the best way to do it. He doesn't tap. He doesn't get pinned. He just gets beat.
Yeah, granted.
I think. I mean, it really stinks that Drew's got to lose again. But if we want Kross to be relevant and not the way Vince booked him last time, he'll win this one.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to win it. There's no chance that he's going to lose this one. I can't see.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have Bianca Belair versus Bayley. Now, ladder match for the Raw Women's Championship. Did you know this was the first one-on-one women's ladder match in history?
No, I didn't. I thought we had more, but obviously not.
No, only the Money in the Banks. So this is the first one-on-one. That's why I said it should main event because that's history.
Yeah.
If it main events, I mean, I'll go Belair.
Yeah.
But like, I could see this ending in like a no contest if Alexa and Bray, something happens there.
Potentially, yeah.
But if I had to pick, I'm going Belair.
Yeah, I don't think Bayley's winning. I do believe that we are having Belair retain, especially if the whole rumored thing with her and Charlotte at WrestleMania is going ahead still. But
yeah. Oh, Charlotte, wow.
Yeah, because obviously I don't know like whether that was the latest thing. Is that that's meant to be the rumored match for Mania is Charlotte versus Bianca.
Not to get sidetracked, but at this point, you might as well keep Charlotte off TV till the Rumble. You might as well.
Yeah, and then bring her in, have her win the Rumble and stuff or whatever, and sort of do it for that.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but All right, next. Now, I honestly hate this term, but I'm using it here because I really think it is one. This dream match, Edge and Balor.
Yeah, like, definitely.
Holy moly! I Edge was never supposed to come back, so like the fact that we get to see this in the I Quit match. Like,
yeah. I mean, like who wins this one though? Because it's like, do they give it to do they give it to Edge, and then maybe start the transition of Edge out of Balor out of Judgment Day, or do they give it to Balor and then we don't see Edge for a little bit more? It's which way do they do it? That's the question. Or again, do they then have Edge say I quit and then do a rematch in Saudi?
I'm going with Balor.
You go with Balor, are you?
I think they're not gonna get him to say it on his own.
No,
but Edge's wife is a former wrestler.
Good point, yeah.
Rhea Ripley could attack her, maybe threaten to concerto her or something, or do something, and that's how they're going to get him to quit. I think Finn needs this one more than Edge.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, for that one, because Finn does need it, especially with the rumored push as well. That's obviously going to be happening soon.
I think Finn needs this one. Edge can afford this loss. It's not like he's not losing clean by any means. So.
No, definitely not. I agree with that. He's definitely not losing clean. There's definitely going to be some shenanigans, as it's known.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then, so you think Finn?
I'm going to go Finn, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then the last match we have as of recording, as of right now, which is the Wednesday before Extreme Rules, the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium. Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, Holland, and Butch, Pete Dunne, versus Imperium, Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. In a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Now, Xero, what does that mean?
I have no idea because I'm not Irish.
Can I tell you something?
It's Irish.
I'm Irish, and I have no idea what that is.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know either.
I think it's just like a fight. Like, just no rules. That's all I'm thinking.
I think didn't they have one? They had one a couple of weeks back, I think, on SmackDown between Sheamus and someone where it's literally just weapons. It's like literally you can use. It's all like Irish weapons and stuff like that thingy that Sheamus carries around, that shillelagh thing that he carries around.
Oh yeah, he attacked Vinci and Kaiser.
That was it. Yeah.
Shillelagh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it'd be that. Yeah, it'd be that one. Yeah. Well, that's obviously then. That's all the matches? Isn't it?
That's the card right now. Is anything else going to get added? I mean, Lashley's fighting Monday, so clearly not him.
Yeah, possibly not. I can't see anything else being added. I don't think.
I mean, Rollins and Riddle's going to go a while. McIntyre Cross is going to go a while. I Quit might go a while. I mean, this is maybe one pre-show match, but that doesn't even factor into the time.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing pre-show matches anymore. It doesn't seem like it. So
they did one for Clash. So
yeah, to be fair, yeah. So it could be that this could be Triple H's new thing. I haven't heard of any for pre-show, but again, the card hasn't been.
Theory.
Yeah, well, yeah, Theory's probably going to be involved somehow. But all I'm going to literally say is, as Sheamus says, for it, this is Extreme Rules.
Banger after banger after banger. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
As Sheamus says, that's what Extreme Rules is. Banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. It really is. It's going to be. So, yeah, that's fine. Anyway, then, yeah, so we were discussing before the stream then, because you didn't want to know these questions, but yeah, I've had some questions sent into me all week.
I love coming in blind to these things.
And that, yeah. So let me just load up the relevant screen. Right, so bit of Q&A thing. So what I'll do is I will read off the person's username, the question, and then the answers that I've actually got from sources. So the first
so you got legit answers. Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
so
then I guess I'll just give my opinion. If
this isn't my one. This is actually from people at WWE. The legit answers from the sources. It's not me. This is literally people at WWE who somebody else actually answered. Right. So the first one then is from Noob and Co TV. The question was, did WWE write off Oscar this week? The response I got back was, Oscar has not been wrote off. She is very much available and expected to be involved in the Survivor Series War Games match this year.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't think Oscar or Bliss was written off.
Yeah, no, not at all. Okay, then, so we'll move on to the next one then. So it's 89WLS is the username. And the question is, how often will we see Brock Lesnar? How many matches per year on his deal? I've been told the response back was Brock Lesnar will stay with the WWE until at least WrestleMania 40, but only working likely only working a handful of matches between now and then. However, Lesnar is not expected to be back in the title scene at any point soon. So that's quite interesting. There's no plans to put Lesnar back in the title picture by the sounds of it, and he's going to be doing part-timer schedule. So what he was doing, so literally just the main,
so like
pay-per-views and stuff.
Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam,
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia's, maybe the UK, maybe a Survivor Series, possibly.
Potentially, yeah. I think I think we do the next one, which we get him at is Crown Jewel. Yeah, Crown Jewel. We get him there.
Do you know versus who? Have you heard any of that?
Not yet. There's been several opponents discussed, but they haven't actually decided yet. Because at first it was going to be Lashley, and then it was going to be Veer, then it was going to be Omos, then it was going to be
Omos. Wow.
and then it was then going to be Goldberg, but now of course it's all up in the air now, so we don't know kind of like what's going on really at the moment. Right, next one then. So I've got it from Matthew Shirk 11. Question is, any early talks of planned Rumble winners? Any planned 2023 Rumble winners?
Wait, can I take this one before you give your answer? Let me see how close I can come.
Yeah.
Okay, men's. I'm gonna throw out two names. Now I'm not throwing out The Rock. Just I'm doing full-time names for this. Men's. Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna give it three names: Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn.
Good choices, yeah. Wow.
And for the women's, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
I guess Charlotte, you got to throw her in there. Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks. That one's kind of a iffy one.
Yeah.
But okay, let's see. How close did I come close at all?
Well, what I was told was early consensus is that Cody Rhodes and Charlotte Flair are winning the respective Rumble matches and going on to WrestleMania in Hollywood. As it stands, the planned matches are Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair. That's still widely expected. As one of it won't obviously be one of the main events because we know it's going to be the title matches in the main event, but they could be co-main events. But Cody Rhodes, though, interestingly, at the moment, they're saying his name's been brought up, but he's still uncertain. With the whole thing of, this is quite an interesting bit that you might like as well. It says WWE wants the element of surprise, and it's been said backstage that Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns are heavily involved in the main event match for Mania, and they are heavily pushing for Dwayne Johnson to show up in the Rumble as a surprise entrant at number 30.
And have him win it.
Yeah, to potentially win it. To then
have him win it. Let's go.
To cement it. To cement his Rumble booking. Because in that way, then, all he needs to do is show up for the Rumble. And then that's the match set in. So he doesn't then need to do any other things on the route to Mania. So that way, then, he's in. If they're then going to have Roman drop one of the titles, obviously at Rumble, like what the rumor is, then they can then obviously then cement the match in with Dwayne, with The Rock versus Roman at Mania, bang for one of the nights for one of the belts and stuff, and do it through that way. That's what one of the consensus is at the moment for it.
And that's from your guy.
Yeah, that's from there. Yeah, but then again, like I said, I will reiterate though, that's far from confirmed. It's just what they're hoping for.
That's fine. It's being talked about. That's half the battle.
That's what Paul and Roman want, and Paul and Roman are having a lot of say to sort of like what they want reference Mania. So that's going to be that's one of the ones. But otherwise, the backup plan is going to be Roman versus Cody.
I figured as much.
At least one of the belts it'll be. So yeah, that's that one. Couple more questions then. So we've got from the AB Promotions. Question is, Roderick Strong, what's his future in NXT? Now is
this Khan's burner account?
I don't know, probably.
You've been asking for Roddy Strong for the week.
I don't know. Well, what this isn't 100% because the person who answered this, they do get some NXT info, but they don't get a lot of NXT info. So I'll just want to say this one, which we're answering now, is not 100%, but we're going to say roughly about 80%. 80% of the information I'm about to produce. So it's Roderick Strong is very much wanted by higher ups to stay in the company after there was reports of Strong wanting to leave. They've had the lengthy Diamond Mine feud with Damon Kemp turning on Roderick, as we all know. The belief at this moment backstage in WWE is Roddy will be staying and moving up to the main roster, potentially with the Diamond Mine after Mania 39. So it could potentially be after Mania 39 in the draft. Again, that's not 100% locked in as of today, but that's been the recent talk backstage at NXT, is that they're going to be putting up a lot more NXT stars after Mania 39 once they've got all these current storylines and that ended. And Roddy and the Diamond Mine, obviously minus Damon Kemp and stuff, will be pulled up. So that's that one. One more question. Two more we've got. So we've got In No 24/7. The question is Triple H willing to do what's best for business like Vince most often did? Or is he more human and hold on to grudges and hate for people? Would love to see Punk back. The response I got back.
Can I take this one first?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I'm all for your opinion, but I do not want that man back. And on the other hand, I do see Triple H doing what's best for business, but CM Punk is a mess. He's a locker room nightmare, as you can see with what's going on in AEW.
Yeah.
And there's no need for him. His time has come and gone. And if you ask me. All right, what do you got?
Well, this one here then says, so the response I got back, again, this is from somebody kind of high up within the business. That's all I'll say, is this person's very high up within the business. Okay. Is Triple H is 100% more open to what's best for business and wants to please the fan base. As an example, the internet has been asking for several months for LA Knight to return since his repackage as Max Dupree, and now Triple H will deliver that as early as Friday. That's what we were discussing earlier on. The same can also be said regarding Bray Wyatt, who's obviously back. One of the other ones was to do with, they also mentioned Braun Strowman. They turned and said, obviously, even though he's not as popular within the community, he was being mentioned and Triple H brought him back. It's the same with many other returns as well. Any names which are being brought up, Triple H is considering and seeing whether it would be best for business. Now, on the grounds of CM Punk, I had the response back of WWE and Triple H have no intention on ever bringing Punk back to the company as it stands. The reason behind it is when WWE heard about the recent happenings with Punk and the Elite in AEW, WWE's actual thoughts and Triple H's actual words backstage were, now Tony will see the real Phil. So consider that word shot down once and for all. CM Punk will never return to WWE whilst there is a McMahon in charge, whilst there is a McMahon or anyone related to the McMahon in charge of WWE. Last one which we've got on here then is from a Tommy_Moore 247, which is, what do you think are some good qualities that wrestling has at the moment and what are the bad?
That's a good question. Wow.
Yeah. Now, this is obviously from somebody within WWE mind, so this is kind of, but this is his. When he answered this one, he told me this is his personal opinions. This is
I'll give mine after.
This isn't business head. This is personal opinions. So it's the good bits of wrestling at the moment is better in-ring quality since SummerSlam. So since obviously Triple H took over. Less scripted promos, the better. Wrestling's become fun again. The element of surprise is now returned as well because, like for example, Candice LeRae returned. Nobody knew that one. Nobody had Candice at all returning.
And Gargano.
Yeah, and Gargano.
And Dakota Kai.
Yeah, nobody knew that one. They've put down in the bad points is weekly shows are still mostly fillers moving towards pay-per-views, especially closer to pay-per-view / premium live events. They are mainly fillers. I will agree with that one. Women's tag team division needs to be more legit. So like more serious tag teams being built up with more people being brought in rather than just the same ones. I obviously understand, yes, they've got Damage Control in and they've done that, but it's the same. Even with the women's singles, it's the same competitors over and over again. They need to change the matches up. They need to kind of bring more people into it. And one of the main factors that they brought up is Raw needs a world champion, full-time world champion. The shows are lacking. They've seen that online as well. And I will say what this one as well, this came from the business side of it, is WWE has noticed that. They've noticed all the comments of people turning around and saying, you know, it needs a world champion. And they are in the process of dealing with it. They're coming up with solutions to how they're going to get a world champion back full-time on Monday Night Raw, basically. And that, which has been discussed, and that could be as early as Survivor Series that they might make that move. So yeah, but that's all the questions then.
Yeah, I agree with your guy on some points. It seems more relaxed. They could get away with a lot more promo wise.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously all the names that should have got pushed are back. Like Cross. Oh, Cross was another one that came out of nowhere. Cross, Gargano, LeRae, Dakota Kai, and more to come, Bray Wyatt. The QR codes makes you think. It makes you go hunting. You really got to pay attention to Raw. Oh, Hit Row, another one.
Yeah.
These names are just popping into my head.
Yeah. And I mean, one of the other ones which we're still waiting on is obviously Legado del Fantasma. When are they going to show up? That's the question, isn't it? Like,
oh yeah,
because they were meant to be going up to main roster, and obviously since that's been done, they haven't showed up anywhere. There hasn't even been any teasers of them, and that on any of the things. And I mean, like, they're still Santos on Twitter keeps teasing it like daily to like showing up and stuff, especially before any Raw or SmackDowns. He'll just like. He'll tease it on the show. He'll tease it just before the show and that, and obviously gets people hyped. But he's obviously yet to show up. So that's another one. Is like, when are they going to show up? That's going to be another element of surprise. Like, when are they going to show up? How are they going to show up and stuff? That's another one.
I completely forgot. I mean, this is good though, but I completely forgot about them. That's when the returns are best. When you're like, oh yeah, huh?
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Yeah. I completely agree with you on that one.
I mean, what was that? Late August when D'Angelo beat him?
Yeah, it's been at least 3 to 4 weeks now. I think it is. It's got to.
It's even more than that, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me look here. So. Why are we speculating? Let's.
Yeah, have a quick look. Have a quick look. That's what you've got Google for, right in front of you.
Escobar matches. All right. He lost to Tony D'Angelo on August 16th. So we're just pushing 2 months.
Yeah, Christ, that is a bit far gone, isn't it? Really. So. Yeah, that's a bit of a. Didn't realize it was that long for it.
Yeah. Wow. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yes. So. That's a.
Legado del Fantasma. Wow. Completely forgot.
Yeah. Taking a random show up at some point. Well, that's obviously everything that we said we were going to cover. So, is there anything obviously you want to bring up? Is there any questions you want to ask me or anything like that? There, or
for my fantasy players? I'll explain this 2 different ways. Some of you might play fantasy football, and some of you might know what I'm talking about here. Others might not. So I'll explain it in the way that who might not, because if you know, well, you know. Alexa Bliss or Mandy Rose. I can keep Alexa Bliss for another year by losing an 8th round pick. But I don't know if I should. Now, if she's with Bray, that changes everything. I will say.
Yeah, it does,
but until that happens, I can't prepare like that. and I also love Mandy Rose. So, hit me up. Sound off in the comments. Like I said, I would lose an 8th round pick for Alexa Bliss, Alexa Bliss is a top 5 round talent at worst. So I would get a steal there, but it's like, yeah. So hit me up. Yeah, it would either be like Mandy in the 3rd round if she's still. Wait, can we mention what happened to Mandy on NXT?
Yeah, well, as far as I'm aware, she's obviously just been took out. There's been no further information come down from that one. They've obviously storyline wrote around for the minute, so I've got no information on that. I've been asking all day and nobody knows. So
that was so weird because it was supposed to be a 6-woman tag on NXT between Toxic Attraction, Nikita Lyons, Zoe Stark, and Kaylee Ray. Alba Fry. I keep saying Kaylee Ray. I can't get that in my head. Then at the last minute, it was changed to just a regular tag between Gigi and JC versus Nikita and Zoe. At the start of the show, Kaylee Ray attacked Alba Fry, attacked both Gigi and JC, and Alba got in the limousine. In the SUV that Toxic had, and I don't know if Mandy was even in there. I didn't hear her name or anything, so it's just strange that I don't know if something happened or
she
wasn't there for some reason.
Yeah, no
but
idea.
Like, clearly, I wouldn't say Alba's not. I wouldn't say Alba's hurt because she got pretty physical. So just interesting. I guess we'll keep tabs on that.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so.
But I'm still predicting Mandy versus Alba Fire on the October 18th edition of NXT to go head-to-head with AEW.
Same, yeah, definitely.
I'm still predicting it because there's 4 matches on Halloween Havoc as we speak, I believe, or there might be 5. But you still got to add Waller versus Apollo Crews. I believe that's going down there. Let me just look up the card quickly. And then you got to add the women's tag titles, the men's tag titles. Okay, there's 4 matches as we speak. It's Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov versus JD McDonough for the NXT title. Then you got Carmelo Hayes versus Oro Mansa. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Versus Wesley versus Von Wagner, which Von Wagner did not deserve to win, by the way.
No, he didn't. No, I agree with that one.
That was nonsense. Andre Chase is so over. It's not even funny. But I won't get heated on this. And then the last spot is Nathan Frazier versus Axiom. Then we have Roxanne Perez versus Cora Jade in a Weapons Wild match, which I don't think I've ever seen that kind of match.
No, same. That's going to be...
It's a new one, yeah. And then this one's interesting. We have Julius Creed versus Damon Kemp ambulance match. If Julius loses, his brother will have to leave NXT. Not Julius, his brother. So, like, on one hand, obviously he's got to defend his brother, but, like, on the other hand, Julius Creed would be a phenomenal solo act.
Yeah, I mean, do they... Thing is, are they going to run it like that and then, like, have Julius and Roddy or whatever sort of on NXT for a little bit till they call him up, or not? Or are they obviously going to have that he actually wins so he stays? That's the thing.
I don't know. And then I think Waller versus Apollo Crews gets added.
Yeah, probably will do.
And then probably this will probably be 6 matches, right? You think?
I would have thought so for an NXT pay-per-view, yeah.
And then you put either the women's tag titles or the men's tag titles as the 6th match, and then let's just say they put the women's tag titles on Halloween Havoc. You can have the men's tag titles and the women's championship on that head-to-head with AEW.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking they might do is like boost up the maybe put the women maybe move over some kind of like women's matches or whatever onto the onto Halloween, onto that head-to-head one there, because Triple H is basically gonna boost that show up. He's not gonna leave it at AEW. on that day.
Oh
No,
yeah, for sure. I mean, but if you have a tag title match to start the show and a women's world title match to end the show,
he's not letting at all. Not at all.
and a women's world title to end the show, that definitely helps you. I mean, you're not just lying down. You still might get beat, but you're not lying down.
Yeah, definitely not. So, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, that's everything. But yeah, it's going to be a fun week for wrestling. Obviously, we've had Raw this week. It was a bit of a mediocre show. Raw was. TSA mediocre, but then again, it's go home shows. It's expected sometimes. Dynamite tonight. I'm not watching that at all. So
I'll be giving Xero a live breakdown in our DMs, move for move, minute for minute.
Yeah, I'm going to bed early.
So I'll be blocked in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to bed early, so I can skip that.
He's putting his phone on. He's turning his phone off, and he's going to bed.
Yeah, my only one prediction that I will say for AEW when it comes to tomorrow, this is going to be about tomorrow. It is now. Bear with me. I've spent some time making this and that beforehand. My prediction tomorrow is I'll be producing this picture online tomorrow. So because I'm not they're going to be hitting a million at all. So this is going to be I'll be posting this tomorrow again. So that's my prediction. It's looking at the card tonight. They definitely ain't going to be produced. They ain't going to be hitting a million. So.
And then you got the MLB playoffs. You got the Masked Singer. Yeah, this is the time where they fall for sure.
Yeah, which obviously you'll be covering some of that on our site, won't you?
Yeah, I'll be. Hopefully, I don't forget this time.
Yeah, hopefully not. I'll remind you. Don't worry.
Chances are, if you don't remind me, I will.
Yeah, I'll remind you.
I'm honest.
Yeah, no. I'll remind you. So anyone obviously watching this back later on, remember to watch out for our reviews. For Bobby's reviews on that one, which Bobby will doing. And lastly,
subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Bobby's Breakdowns, just simply spelled the way it sounds.
I'll put the link in the thing on YouTube when I upload.
Perfect. My first video comes out in about 11 days ish, 12 days. I'm doing a Halloween Ends review, and then I got a big announcement in that video, wrestling wise too. I think Xero. I think I can't remember. Yeah, I got a big announcement there. So give me a subscribe, and I'm only at 79 subscribers, but I mean, I'm just getting started. You know, I'm just down to have some fun.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so that's the show for today. Then I do just want to say so before we go, I just want to thank everyone for the 10K subscribers that I've obviously now managed to get on Twitter. It is much thankful. It is very thankful and everything like that. It does show that people are actually respecting the proper ones, and people are actually starting to come around and stuff now to it, even though with all the hate and all the hate and all the trolling that online, but that's perfectly fine. But so that was that's everything. So I will just end it with one final picture. This one did go up earlier on, but I'm going to end it with this picture tonight. So let's just end it with that one. And
oh boy,
for that. So anyway, like Bobby said earlier on, subscribe, and we'll hopefully see you next week. And as well, I will say this now, we may have a special guest or two maybe next week. It depends if we can arrange it in time. So
I'm working on it. I'll start working on it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll send out some feelers.
Yeah, we're working on a couple of special guests and stuff for a couple of shows coming up. So that's going to be
for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, this is Xero signing off.
See you later. I'm Bobby.